Guys, I just filmed my entire first video back ever without my microphone, so I apologise if the video that you saw last week, the audio was not so slay, because I forgot to plug my microphone in. I have now plugged it in, so hopefully the audio is way better in this video. And without further ado, let's get into today's video. Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel and welcome back to another Spooky Sunday video. Today's video is pop culture mysteries that keep me awake at night, and this is the first time that I've ventured into the pop culture part of the internet. Before I get into it, the website that I'm using will be linked down below, and if I'm looking down here, it's because I'm reading you the story out. So the first one is, why is there no record of the plane crash that Paula Abdul survived? So Paula Abdul was a pop sensation in the 1980s and early 90s before she took a career hiatus. She then re-emerged as one of the OG judges of American Idol in 2002. Abdul has spoken repeatedly about the 1992 plane crash that led her to take a break from the spotlight. On the RuPaul talk show in 2019, she recalled, and quote, "During the end of my world tour, when I was traveling from one city to the next, in a small 7-seater plane, one of the engines blew up and the right wing caught on fire and we crash landed. I didn't have my seatbelt on and I hit my head on the top of the plane. I withstood 15 cervical spinal surgeries and I had to take 7 years off." She's also discussed some version of the incident with Dateline in 2003, People in 2005, Larry King in 2006, VH1 in 2008, and so on. It reads out a lot of different news stations that she spoke to. But further investigation has led some fans to question her story. While the details have changed somewhat in her retellings, Abdul has often said the incident occurred on her way from St. Louis to Denver, and that the flame-engulfed plane landed in an Iowa cornfield. A Jezebel investigation revealed that Iowa would be a deviation of about 200 miles north from the flight path, and a search of aircraft accidents in the National Transport Safety Board database found 0 reports that fit Abdul's story during the alleged time frame and area. A spokesperson from the Federal Aviation Administration said it was possible a crash wouldn't be investigated if it resulted in minor damages or harm to the passengers, and would be labelled an incident rather than an accident. That led to the theory Abdul was exaggerating the event or mistaken about some details, but even the account of her break due to excruciating pain and multiple spinal injuries doesn't fit the timeline of her career. According to Jezebel, she finished the tour and then released an underperforming album in 1995, then took a 7-year break. Despite the doubts, Abdul never wavered about the plane incident. She kept it hidden initially because she feared people would view her as damaged goods. Addressing her skeptics, Abdul told Yahoo Entertainment, quote, "It's like there are 7 other people that were on the plane who were in that plane accident with me. So I really don't care what people have to say. I don't. It's like you learn and grow through wisdom and experience of being in this business, especially with the internet." As of 2021, no one has stepped forward to corroborate Abdul's story, and the mystery remains. So that's our first pop culture mystery. When I first saw the title, I was like, wow, that is literally insane. Like, who is in a plane crash and then nobody believes that it happens? Like, that's crazy. I'm trying to figure out whether I think she over exaggerated the story or whether it happened. I'm thinking possibly, what if she hurt her head in the injury? Like, plane crashes, you're bound to hurt your head, and obviously concussion and things like that can cause memory loss. So possibly she's trying to piece together the memories the best that she can. Maybe she had concussion. I'm not a doctor, so I'm not going to diagnose her. You know, this is all theory. This is all conspiracy. This is me just trying to understand the situation. I'm not saying that she did hit her head and have concussion, but if I was to theorize, like, maybe that's a possibility. Do I believe that it may have happened? Yeah, I think it could have happened, and maybe it was exaggerated. Maybe she had concussion, you never know. But that's just my theory. Let me know in the comments down below if you agree with me or if you have a different theory. The title of this one is, why did Sesame Street air an episode with crack creatures? In the late 1970s, a boy named John Armand watched a Sesame Street episode. A short animated segment of the episode showed a girl in her bedroom with cracks in her wall. As she looks at the cracks, they come to life, taking her on a journey into the wall with animals named Crack Camel, Crack Hen, and Crack Monkey. Then she meets a final growling, decaying figure, which Armand remembered as Crack Monster. According to Armand, he thought about this clip every day for 30 years, simultaneously, I don't fucking know. Terrified of it and mesmerized by it, he frequently brought it up to other people his age, hoping that someone else remembered the segment. And finally, in the digital age, took his search to the internet. Ooh. Eventually, in 2008, Armand took across a blog post by Jennifer Bourne, a cartoonist who was also searching for the elusive Sesame Street clip known as Cracks. Other commenters were also haunted by the segment, and a Cracks hunting community formed. While Children's Television Workshop, CTW, the production company behind Sesame Street, offered little help with who created the segment or when and why it stopped airing. Armand's contact at CTW Archives did inform him that it first aired on February 10th, 1977, in the first 15 minutes of episode 979. Things got even more bizarre in late 2008 when Armand received an untraceable fax from someone saying they would send him the copy of Cracks if he signed an agreement to not post it online or show it to anyone else. Armand signed and 6 months later received an envelope with no postage or return address containing a DVD and a note inside reading, "We trust this completes your search." Armand did show the segment to Bourne, but refused to post it online, per the contract he signed. And other web sleuths still clamoured to see the clip, including Daniel Wilson, founder of the Lost Media Wiki. After years of trying to track down the clip, Wilson received his own anonymous communication in 2013, an email with an attachment titled Cracks. Wilson hadn't signed any agreement, so he posted the lost video publicly. It turns out the terrifying figure remembered as the Crack Monster was actually the Crack Master. Why a segment featuring crack creatures stopped airing doesn't seem like such a mystery, but the creator of the segment and the person who sent the anonymous copies remain a mystery. The Studio 360 podcast attempted to track down answers and found the woman who voiced the girl, Dorothy Miskowitz, also the lead singer of 60s experimental rock band The United States of America. But though Miskowitz described recording the episode as an odd experience, she couldn't remember the names of anyone involved, recalling only a mysterious woman dressed in white linen. So, every time I hear anything about kids' cartoons nowadays, I'm not sus anymore, I'm not scared anymore, because I feel like Reddit's riddled with spooky cartoons. There's podcasts talking about them. The podcast Loey Lane does with Snitchery, I think it's called Internet Urban Legends. Such a good podcast. Don't understand where it's gone. Did it get cancelled? Why hasn't there been a new episode in like a year? Anyway, they talk about like fake creepypastas that people have written about children's cartoons that they don't remember. So every time I hear stuff about children's cartoons, I'm like, ooh, another one. But I'm not scared by it anymore. So it doesn't shock me that there was a creepy cartoon, you know, in the 70s. I was shocked to find out that it was actually real. I thought it was going to be another one of those creepypastas. But for the whole of time, we know that people have been putting creepy shit in children's cartoons. I feel like they've been putting adult jokes in children's content for so long that it doesn't surprise me that in the 70s there was like this weird bit of the cartoon. Is the crack monster? Why make monsters out of cracks on a wall? That's weird. Anyway, let's move on to the next one. Ooh, I want to know about this one because is this still true? But where did the rumor begin about humans swallowing spiders in their sleep? Am I gonna freak myself out? Am I not gonna want to sleep? It's summer in the UK right now, so it's spider season. Is it summer that's spider season? I feel like you always know when it's gonna be summer in the UK when the spiders come out, so I feel like it is spider season. But anyways, in 2001, fact-checking website Snoops published a post about the oft-heard fact that the average human swallows 8 spiders in their sleep per year, sometimes heard as in their lifetime. Snoops, like many other websites, established that this is a myth. According to Scientific American, a sleeping human is not something a spider would willingly approach due to the vibrations we make during slumber. Also, if it did happen, you'd probably wake up. Snoops went further though to point out the origins of this rumor, noting that this fake bit of news was invented by a columnist, Lisa Bridget Holst, in a 1993 article for PC Professional. Snoops had reported that Holst had made up the joke claim in an effort to prove the gullibility of people on the internet. She actually took the myth from a 1954 book, Insect, Fact and Folklore, which includes a collection of common bug-related beliefs. Redditors, though, couldn't track down Holt's existence or even the publication that she supposedly wrote for. Some eagle-eyed theorists discovered that Lisa Bridget Holt is an anagram for "this is a big troll," leading them to believe that Snoops may have made the whole thing up. 20 years later, Snoops finally came clean. The site had, in fact, made up the whole story as its own prank about not believing everything you read on the internet. While Holt and her article never existed, Insect, Fact and Folklore is a real book. though it contains nothing about the spider rumour. As for the actual origins of the urban legend, Snoops is still stumped. A 1999 Guardian article lists the spider myth in 50 top pieces of trivia, but the site is still investigating where the rumour might have begun. I started that article very happy, being like, oh my god, it was a freaking rumour this whole time. I've never swallowed a spider in my sleep. But to be fair, the scientists said that we vibrate too much when we sleep. We're out here like vibrating in our sleep, so the spiders are just not gonna be attracted to that. But they're also saying that it may happen. So I feel like there's been absolutely no resolve, and this is in fact still a pop culture mystery that is unsolved in my brain. If any of you have any facts that might help me sleep at night, thinking that I won't be eating spiders, please let me know. Okay, I'm gonna end today's video here just because it's getting a little bit long, but there's still more pop culture mysteries. So if you liked this bit of a different video, pop culture mysteries, not so spooky, dark and scary as ghosts and things, let me know. I'll do a part 2 of pop cultures. Maybe I'll do a bit more digging and find even more. If there's specific people you want me to do pop culture mysteries on, let me know and I can script that all for you. But yeah, thank you for watching. Again, it's so nice to be back. It's so nice to be with you all and see you all, and I hope you enjoyed this video. And until next time, I'll see you all soon. Bye!